Oh, goodness gracious, Orion again.
Hey, boys. I'm here. I'm back.
Oh, no.
I'm between Taorminas and we're live.
Oh, no.
Oh, an ear head here?
Hey, we have literally a spoon head here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, boys. How you guys doing?
Hanging in there, just hanging in there.
Just hanging in there?
After last week, it was
I heard it was a debacle.
No, it wasn't.
I heard it was classic.
I heard the FCC had to contact you guys.
Yeah, right.
Not true?
I heard you and the San Diego Chicken made friends.
Well, I got to be honest. The reason I wasn't here is because, if you recall, the previous week I lost a bet.
Yes.
And I would have had to wear a jersey, a Spain jersey.
You don't think you still have to wear that?
Don't
Spain
think you
won.
don't have to. Spoonhead.
It was the following week, so I missed it.
You're still going to wear that.
Oh, get out of here, you knuckleheads. Well, it's glad to be back, even if it is just my head floating around. So, boys, we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on here locally with the Indianwood golf course. The U.S. Senior Open is taking place there. What do you think? Have you guys made the jaunt down there yet?
Not yet.
No? You going to check it out?
We'll see.
Yeah?
We'll see.
Who do you like going into the weekend? What do you guys think?
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's wait till the third subtopic.
Let's discuss the first topic.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is Penn State.
Oh,
Yeah.
live TV, folks. Live
Yeah.
TV. Penn State's first, not the Indianwood Open.
Right.
There it is, the Nittany Lion. Wow. You get out of the hosting routine and, the whole production goes to heck.
Yes.
But anyways, Penn State, more bad news comes out for the university. The former CIA director,
FBI.
FBI.
The free report was
The
released.
free report was released
Yep.
and basically said Paterno and other higher-ups at Penn
Schultz,
State,
Curley, and
Spain.
Spanier.
they knew what was going on.
Yes.
They covered it up. They deliberately covered it up. What do you guys think?
I think that no one wins when you look at that report. I read the report last night, and it was like, okay, it wasn't, to me it felt like it wasn't anything that I hadn't already known.
Just suspicions
It
confirmed.
was just the suspicions that were confirmed. It was just the situation where the report came out. You already knew going in the report wasn't going to be good.
Right.
That Paterno, Spanier, Curley, and Schultz were going to get bashed the way that they were.
Yep.
There's no doubt that this report does a lot of damage, not just to Joe Paterno, but to Penn State as well.
Yeah.
It sets accountability on everybody, including the Board of Trustees,
Right.
including the administration. And if you looked at the victims here, of Sandusky's victims, they don't win in this report.
Not at all.
If you look at the Penn State football players, they don't win at all.
Nope.
But what I do have a conflict is putting Paterno, putting Curley, Schultz, and Spanier in the line of what Jerry Sandusky did.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Sandusky is the man responsible for all this. But the simple fact that they did cover it up, they allowed Sandusky to use the
continue.
Yeah, they allowed it to continue, allowed it to go on. I mean, that's just,
Well, let's look at it here with Penn State because, a lot of people are saying that they could face the death penalty. You know what I mean?
That
I
shouldn't
think
happen.
it's possible that they should. I think they will
that should not happen.
with this case, but it's.
They
was
should,
very-
but do you think it's
It was
going?
very alarming what happened with Penn State, with what happened. The free report released. It was just, it's just a sad. This tarnishes Joe Paterno's reputation. But if you look at it here, but what I want to know directly from Joe Paterno,
You can't, he's dead.
Sadly, we can't say it anymore. But what would you guys think if Joe Paterno was alive? Do you think he would have complied?
I think he would have. I really do think Joe Paterno would have complied. He was going to talk to those. He was going to talk to the investigators before this report came out. And
That's another a good point right there. Investigators. Do you remember hearing about an investigator that went missing who was investigating this back in 2005? Did you guys hear about that?
No, I haven't. Be honest.
Investigator went missing. I don't know if he was with the media or what, but he was investigating into the whole scandal when word had kind of leaked out that this was going on back in 2005, and he disappeared. Found his car in the river or whatever, and it's a shady scene. And
are you
the whole
saying
joke
that they hired someone to maybe either kill off this investigator?
Anything's possible when you're dealing with that much money and influence. Because look at Penn State. Penn State is a football powerhouse, especially on the eastern United States. You know what I mean? They're a huge market team.
They're in Big Ten.
They're in the Big Ten, but a lot of Philadelphia, even New York, D.C., Pittsburgh, they all kind of. That's a big football team, football program over there.
Well, the culture of Penn State has been questioned. If you looked at how one of the things that was said in the report was the issue of the Penn State culture. If you looked at the janitors and what they had to report, they had to question themselves whether to report what Sandusky was doing or not.
Or they would lose their jobs.
Yeah, there was that fear of losing their jobs.
Right.
Joe Paterno should have done more to help.
There's no doubt about
There's no doubt about it. But if you look at it here, because Joe Paterno I thought he had the more power at that institution, and he chose to do nothing.
Right.
He let this whole thing continue, and he should be blamed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For this, along with Spanier, Curley, and Schultz. They should be all held accountable for their actions.
I think what's going on is a lot of people are attacking Joe Paterno's character.
Yeah.
If you look at Joe Paterno, he was a very honest guy, very nice guy. But if you looked at, he made one big mistake for 15 years. But I don't think people should be questioning his character as far as how he always treated his players, how he treated his alumni, how he treated the managers.
Doesn't that all kind of go out the window though at this point because of the severity?
You're comparing Paterno to Sandusky.
I'm not comparing Paterno to Sandusky.
I think that's what a lot of people are doing. They're comparing Paterno and Curley and Schultz and Spanier to Sandusky.
The difference between those guys and Sandusky is Sandusky has issues that, are...
There's no doubt about that.
Right, and the guys that were supposed to be smarter than that, the Paternos, the Curleys, the Spaniers, they kind of swept it under the rug, right? Because too much money was being made.
And maybe because the lack of publicity, they didn't want to deal with the publicity.
All right, before we go to break here, last thing here on this subject for today, because I'm sure we'll talk about it again. Do you think that in 1998, when this kind of started happening with Sandusky, or was alleged to start happening, that if Paterno came out and said, kind of nipped it in the butt then, kind of took it and dealt with it then in an honest and upfront way, that his legacy would be even more honorable, right? Because had he dealt with it in 98, he would have been looked at as more of a hero, right?
Yes.
So
Paterno openly said, and he openly said, no one came forward up to this point, with the exception of the victims, and Paterno saying he could have done more. He wished he could have done more in 1998. He felt he could have done more in 2001. It's just he made that mistake of really just, encouraging those other people to resolve it and to...
There's a lack of institutional control at Penn State. This is a lack of institutional control. And I think if you look at it here, no offense to Bill Brown, the new coach at Penn State, I really can see Penn State getting the death penalty here.
They're not getting the death penalty.
What do you think should happen, Ant?
What I think just let them play. Just let them play football. If anything's going to heal Penn State, just letting them get on the football field and letting them play, I think will ultimately heal it. The statue does not need to be taken down. The library should not rename the Paterno Library. Just let it be.
All right. Well,
more suffrage to the victims.
Well, that's really who's suffering here is the victims. But when we come back, talk about something a little more lighthearted here with the second half of the Detroit Tigers baseball season here on ON TV.
3 students were in the hospital this past weekend.
2 honor roll students were hospitalized last night.
5 local students lost their college scholarships last night.
Another local high school student has passed away.
Another 3 dead.
Claimed the life of another local teenager.
The cause?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't want to be another number.
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 I don't want to be just another number.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television. And we're going to get to something that I thoroughly enjoy and I'm very excited for. And I want to jog your boys' memory a little bit here. I want to go back to when we were doing the whole panic meter thing with the Tigers. You were flipping out. He was scared to death. You and me were kind of the cool hands at the wheel, right? But I said if they're playing 500 or better, right, by the All-Star break, we're going to be okay. Here we are. 2 games above 500. Guys, we're sitting pretty. What do you think?
I'm still pressing the panic meter.
Why?
Because you look at it here, Tigers are 3.5 back.
3.5 back?
3.5 back in Chicago.
In July?
Yeah, because if you look at the Tigers, a really brutal second half. Well, Chicago's got an easy stretch.
No. Look at the team. Look at who we close with. Our last 13 games are like Kansas City and Cleveland or something. You know, guys, we're sitting pretty. Albeit, coming up soon, we have a lot of series with teams that are actually pretty good. The Angels, the Sox, Baltimore this weekend.
Baltimore got Boston. You got to play New York.
Still got to play New York and Boston again. Still got to play Texas again, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. But all right. So listen, they're on a 5-game win streak.
Verlander stunk in the All-Star game.
We're not talking about that. Just settle down. He's got Kate Upton, though. That's pretty cool, eh?
Kate Upton, oh, God.
You don't like Kate Upton?
This is going to be a distraction.
No, it won't.
This will be a distraction. Yeah, I think it will.
Maybe for our show, because she's such a babe.
It will be a distraction. Who knows? She might be a future call-out.
What?
She might be a future call-out.
I'll call you out if that happens.
Already have. Jeez.
Well, I'm not afraid to do it again. But listen, guys, let's get back to baseball, okay? We'll talk babes later. Prince, Prince is kind of on a little mini tear. He's starting to hit multiple.
He won the home run derby.
He won the home run derby, but his home runs in games are 2-runners, 3-run home runs. You know what I mean? Not these solo shots. Delman Young's got 4 games in a row with a home run. Guys, what to you? Who's the player that? Okay, not Miguel, not Prince, not Verlander. Not any of the big stars. Somebody who performed last year, like a Peralta or an Avila. Somebody like that in that tier, who needs to step up in your mind?
I think if you look at how the Tigers have been, they had Peralta perform at points. They've had Delman Young perform at points. I think the guy that needs to step up more, Alex Avila.
Okay.
I think he has not exactly had the greatest of seasons this year, and he's been injured.
Right.
I think he's the guy that needs to step up.
Yep, and I think he can. He's still very young.
The guy,
you all right? What are you laughing about over there?
The guy here who needs to step up is a guy I called out last week, and that's Ryan Rayburn.
Oh.
Because you look at it here, his stats, he's a bad first half guy, usually he's a good second half guy. If Rayburn's back and heat up, I think the Tigers will be fine.
I got a question for you about Ryan Rayburn. Does he belong in the major leagues?
No, he doesn't.
Of the millions of people in the world playing baseball, couldn't we find one guy a little better than Ryan Rayburn out there?
Sure, Brandon Inch.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see Sammy next week. He's off the show. He's done. All right. Call Billy Bean. See how that 220 batting average is doing.
I do think the Tigers can catch the Sox and the Indians, but they don't need. If you looked at the series with Minnesota, they split with the Twins.
Yeah, not their best series.
No, and if you looked at how the Tigers have been playing, they need to be winning those games against Minnesota, against
especially
Kansas
bad
City,
pitchers,
and the Tigers didn't do that.
Yeah.
They need to start winning those series, and they need to start focusing on winning those series.
That's a very good point.
If they don't, then, right now the Tigers have dug themselves a little bit of a hole with the White Sox and the Indians also winning.
Yep.
They got to start
It's a
losing.
dangerous team, though.
Why?
They added Euclid, you know what I mean? They still got, Euclid has been hot for them the last few games. Doug's been hot. Krasinski has been hot. I think Chicago, it's going to be, I don't know much about Cleveland's chances, but I think it's going to come down to the Tigers and the White Sox.
Yeah.
You think
Okay.
so?
Okay. All right.
So you're counting out the Indians.
Well, Cleveland's good, but I don't know how, but they usually struggle in the second half.
That's true.
It's a good point.
Very good point.
Let's look at the Tigers, though, last year. What was their second half like?
They were really good in the second half.
It was great.
Well, they were in the first. And last year they were bad. They were okay in the first half.
They were
I
okay.
think because a lot of people were counting the Tigers out, and I think that's why the Tigers were able to surprise some people in the Central. Whereas this year they're not counting them out; they're expecting the Tigers to win.
That's true. That's true. The expectations are on. And okay, let's look at real quick moves here because the trade deadline is quickly coming. Do we need to make a move?
Second base.
Okay, but who?
Like I said, Sean Figgins
Sean Figgins.
from Seattle.
No one's talking about that,
No one's
and that's
talking.
interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder, do you know anything about his contract?
Well, I don't, but I know he'll bring speed. And he'll bring some power. I mean, but he'll add speed. You know what I mean?
He'll add speed,
Put
and he's a
Quentin
good
Berry
defender.
And you put Barry Jackson and Figgins together. You know what I mean?
You could put Figgins batting ninth because he's not been that great batting.
Right, but
he gets on.
he
He's
gets
got
on
the
base.
speed
He
for the
got
top
the
of the
speed.
order.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Hey, I got a name here for you that's been floating around. I don't necessarily. Well, I'll tell you how I feel about it after you guys. Justin Upton. Diamondbacks are shopping him around a little bit. What do you guys think?
Well, it's an interesting move because he's an outfielder.
He's 24.
24. He's got speed. He can do the outfield,
He's
but
got
he's a
power.
center fielder. You know what I mean? But what would you do?
Play left.
Or you could put him at right. You
Or you could put him at right.
Yeah. Or you could, but
Who do you get rid of?
Who do you get rid of?
Well, that's kind of what I'm asking you guys.
Who do you
Is
trade?
it
Do you
worth
trade
it?
Calestos? Do you trade a Jacob Turner? I don't know. For a Justin Upton, I don't think he fits here.
Okay.
He doesn't fit here. Tigers have enough outfielders.
Hey, Bosch hasn't been hitting that great.
No.
Bosch has had a bad year.
No, but
He's another guy that needs to improve his game.
Right.
He does.
But Bosch isn't in the position that Ryan Rayburn's in.
What if we made these three moves? Let me tell you about these three moves. Andy Dirks, Victor Martinez, Al Albuquerque, all come back. How's that grab you?
Dirks, I think Dirks will be traded.
What?
If you want to get there, if we want to get Justin Upton, he's got to be part of that deal.
I don't want Justin Upton. Don't want him. I think we should stand pat, and if we can make a move like we did last year to get Pfister, where we traded away second-tier prospects like Furbush and Casper Wells, sure. But I don't want to get rid of Castellanos, who was, by the way, the MVP of the Futures game.
Or Jacob Turner.
I don't really trust. I don't think he's going to be that good.
I think he'll be okay.
You think he'll be all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, weekend series with the Orioles. Does that interest you at all?
Yeah.
Crucial series.
Crucial,
As I
right out of the
said,
gate.
Tigers got to win every series.
Okay. But Orioles, hey, they're second place in the East.
They're a good team, but if you look at it here,
What do you guys real quick look forward to this weekend with the Orioles coming out of the gate
I
here?
think the Tigers can take 2 or 3 because they got Verlander going Sunday.
Yep. Pfister tonight.
They got
He's
Pfister
hungry.
tonight. I think Pfister wins, and then of course they got Scherzer. I think they could sweep Baltimore.
They could.
They
and
can.
real quick, what do you think?
But that's the
Weekend
hitter's part,
series.
though.
What's the key? A key to victory here. Coming out of the
Pitching
gate.
and hitting. That's all it is.
Well, you just named baseball, pitching and hitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Campton
well,
Yards
yeah.
is the hitter's
If
part.
you pitch and hit, you should win.
Especially that short porch at right over at Campton Yards.
And we know Miguel likes to go opposite way.
Yeah, I know.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk golf. Yay, on Between Taorminas.
3 students were in the hospital this past weekend.
2 honor roll students were hospitalized last night.
5 local students lost their college scholarships last night.
Another local high school student has passed away.
Another 3 dead.
Claimed the life of another local teenager.
The cause?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't want to be another number.
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 I don't want to be just another number.
Please remember that CFL bulbs, you know, those curly, energy-efficient light bulbs everybody is using to save electricity, shouldn't be thrown away in your trash. Neither should batteries or home medical sharps. You can check with your local community to see where they can be recycled. Some retailers will allow you to bring them in for recycling. You can also order simple kits online that allow you to collect your recyclables and simply mail them away to be properly recycled. This green tip was brought to you by your friends at Waste Management.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas, where we are live, having a good time. Real quickly, we're going to talk a little Indianwood golf. It's pretty cool. U.S. Senior Open's in town. All right, that was it for golf. Hey, listen, now what's next?
We got our opinion here.
Oh, you got an opinion? Okay.
You look at it
big
here
surprise.
With golf. I mean, like,
it's a great
Kite shot a
thing,
good 28. You know what I mean? Like, I think Kite's got a good shot at winning this thing.
I think the biggest winner, as Sammy's boy Pat Caputo said, is Lake Orion itself. Lake Orion's getting recognized. Just earlier on ESPN, they had said that Lake Orion was a nice town, beautiful town. So I think Lake Orion's being the ultimate winner.
You know, I hear Fred Couples is going to be at Sagebrush tonight singing karaoke.
We'll see. I don't know.
I hear you are too.
No.
We're not broadcasting from there tonight?
Nope.
Are we going to broadcast from the 18th on Sunday?
We'll see.
Okay. Would you guys like that?
Maybe.
That'd be cool. All right. What about Bubba Watson? Is he going to be at Sagebrush?
No.
What about Tiger Woods?
No.
Phil Mickelson?
No. Doubt it.
Are they all in Lake Orion right now?
Fred Couples, I think, has got a good shot too.
So anything else? I mean, have you guys been to the golf course yet?
Yeah.
No?
I want to see if I can go this weekend.
How are you going to get there?
I don't know. Maybe walking.
Walking there.
You're going to walk there? Are they just going to let you in?
Yeah, it's right near my house.
You got a press pass?
No.
Do they know who you are?
I don't think so.
What?
We'll see what happens.
Do you think they're watching our show right now?
Maybe.
We are live. No? Anything else you want to talk about? I'm prying here, guys. Anything?
Nope.
You just wanted to mention Indianwood golf. Thank God we didn't do this for 10 whole minutes, huh?
We'll see.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so we got some call-outs, everyone's favorite segment. Anthony's starting a new style here, wearing two hats. There it is. Uh-oh, I think he's got something in store. Let's listen to Anthony, shall we?
This year, my call-out this week is going to be on the Summit League, or formerly the Mid-Continent Conference. Okay, Southern Utah's left the league. Oral Roberts, with the exception of men's soccer, has left the league. Obviously, Oakland's the top. In my view, Oakland's the top team, the top. As I've before said, I've encouraged people to follow the Summit League. I think it's a very good league. The question that I ask is, the Summit League's got to prove itself. It's got to prove itself as one of the top mid-major conferences in the NCAA. I think they can do it. As I said, I encourage a lot of you guys to follow the Summit League. It's a really good league. Oakland's in it. And, just follow the league.
You're getting a little bit of your brother's thing here. You call these people out, but I have no idea why.
Okay,
all right.
Here's my call-outs here. I've had issues with the NBA, of course. First one I'm going to call out is one of the biggest sorry crybabies in sports. And, of course, that is Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, why? I want out of Orlando so bad. You're going to get your wish.
He's got a nice smile.
Dwight Howard, you're going to get your wish. You're going to get out of Orlando. But then, I want to go to Brooklyn. I want to spend all my time with Brooklyn, then re-sign an extension. You know what? You're not going to Brooklyn. I can see you either staying in Houston or you're going to be staying in
Orlando.
Or you're going to staying in Orlando. LA don't want you. LA don't want you. Brooklyn don't want you. Brooklyn just signed Brooke Lopez. Dwight Howard, just be quiet and play out your contract. Be quiet and play your contract out. Just please be a crybaby somewhere else like this. I'm Dwight Howard. Like that. Okay? Dwight Howard. Goodbye. Yeah.
All right.
All right. The next one I'm going to call out is, of course, an announcer on one of the worst teams ever. I'm going to call out Mike Breen. Mike Breen, why? You look at yourself here. You hype these stars up. You go like, LeBron James for 3, puts it in. I don't know how your approval rating is. I don't know how much you look at in life itself. But I can find there's so many better announcers than you are. You know, I can name a couple of them right now in my mind. Gus Johnson is a better announcer than you are.
Rod Allen.
Mario Impemba. Heck, even the Chicago White Sox announcers, Hawk Harrison is a better announcer.
I don't agree with that.
You know, but Hawk, you know what I mean? Like Mike.
Mr. Breen.
Mike, please don't bug me anymore, please. And the third one I'm gonna call is one of the biggest crybabies in sports, teams in sports, the New York Knickerbockers. I call them Team We Surrender. Here's why: the Knicks, they're not. 2006, the draft pick, with Isaiah, they pick Ronaldo Balkman. You got people crying, you know what I mean? Where's our draft pick? Have you done anything? Ever since picking up Carmelo Anthony, having a losing record, you've had a bad record. New York, stop hyping yourself up. And just be a team that I've always thought you've always been. A team that's known as Team We Surrender and David Stern's crybaby number 2 along with the Miami Heat.
Wow. You all set there?
Yep. Lots of screaming.
maybe next week we'll try to get Mike Breen's approval rating.
Yep.
The numbers. I didn't know announcers had approval ratings like the president. But all right, any last thoughts here? It's kind of nice being back in the chair with you guys.
I have nothing.
You have nothing to say? That's a first.
Nothing either.
Am I allowed to come back next week?
We'll see.
We'll see, man. A lot of we'll sees here. That's it?
Yep, that's it. Well, good night, Lake Orion.
Good night. God bless. Love you.
And go Dallas Stars.
Mike Breen, we're coming after you.